Okay, real quick, so a couple of reviews on the trades I did take on Friday, June 30th. This here is Apple. Reining in some sellers at the 8-period exponential moving average. Opening range was too wide for me to trade against for my comfort. Saw some significant selling here at about 10 o'clock, 10:05. So ended up took a nice little position there in some 145 puts. Wrote it down as far as I could. I did test the low of the opening range and broke below, so I did leave some on the table. However, almost caught the exact bottom. So it ended up being a pretty good trade there. Later on in the day, came back up to test that same exact level after putting a couple of new lows, which at least implied to me that it's possible that it was going to come back down to these lows. So went in some 145 puts here, ended up uh, ended up not moving too far, held a little bit longer than what I should have, but overall made a little bit of a gain there. Now it was a little over 10% gain, but a 10% gain on a 58-cent contract. Is that really worth mentioning? Didn't think so. So anyways, third trade I did take was a speculation on a 2 candle flag breakdown right here, which actually did not break down. So there was no momentum to that move. And from that point on, I didn't trade anymore in Apple the rest of the day. It was Friday, didn't really expect much move to happen. And as you can see, nothing really did happen. Now there was a significant level here, this 144.72 area. There was roughly 3.5 million shares traded there, probably closer to 4 million by the end of the day. And as you can see, once price moved above it and failed to hold above, what happened at the end of the day? Now, it could have just been people not wanting to, or participants not wanting to hold into the weekend. Only time will tell what that really translates into. Now, what we did end up setting up as on the daily time frame over here is an inside candle below all these significant moving averages, at least on my chart for my purposes. So anything below this 8 EMA for me is going to be a very strong short. Any break below this level, there's likely going to be some people trapped, or excuse me, participants trapped in the trade. Stops are going to be above, stops are going to be below. Right now the chart is not bullish, so it's more likely, in my opinion, to come down and at least test this 142.5 area again, 142.20, and it could break this time. So my plans as it stands right now, I do have a resistance entry right here around this 145, which is going to correspond to the 8 EMA on the daily time frame. There's also a level up here of around 146.80 to 147. May even go up to as high as 147.5, where I will also consider that to be a resistance within this range up here if it does come up that far. A breakdown possibility below 142.20. And those are going to be my plans going into the open tomorrow. So we'll see what actually does happen on the open. Quick note is I've noticed a lot of things on StockTwit, some people posting a lot of news there. Usually when a stock is being very uncertain about what it's going to do, you have a lot of people coming out of the woodwork and just posting up all kinds of nonsense ads and news articles that are already priced into the market. So don't just trade on news. If that's your strategy, there's a way to make it work, but I would not recommend it. So anyways, these are my trade plans for Monday going forward. We will see what happens.